this tragedy in your community?
Over here, we just say Miss Brown and the whole family up there dead and government people up there. That's all we hear, and we say make we go look.
So what type of
because a nice, decent lady. Me and her go to the same, she's a member of the Baptist Church in Bagua.
Hey,
and when she don't want to go to that.
Oh, brother, we don't want things to up on TV, you know.
When she not going to that church, she go to prophecy where me attend. So she's a nice lady. You understand? Me and we got a funeral, we and I sit down and associate together. I'm not paying no part of Miss Brown. Miss Brown a good woman.
So she and her daughter? She and her daughter died?
Well, I can't tell you to know one would they don't become, go up there.
So you alert of, this tragedy in your community?
Over here, we just say Miss Brown and the whole family up there dead and government people up there. That's all we hear, and we say make we go look.
So what type of work Miss Brown do?
She's a hex teacher. She always teach my daughter in Berwick Primary School.
And now to the details. The police are still trying to piece together the circumstances which led to Tuesday morning's brutal quadruple murder in Riversdale, St. Catherine. Dead are Dorothy Higgins, her 45-year-old daughter Carrion Higgins McGrath, 38-year-old Dan Johnson, and a man identified only as Kevin. Mahiri Stewart reports.
When police investigators arrived at the scene, the four bodies were found in various rooms around the house. Carrion's body was found in an upstairs room. She was laying face down in a pool of blood. Dorothy's body was found in a downstairs bedroom laying on her back, while Miss Johnson's body was found in another downstairs bedroom, laying on her side in a bed. The sole male victim of the massacre, Kevin, was found in a downstairs bedroom, laying on his back in a bed. The bodies all had multiple gunshot wounds. It's understood that 5 children, including a 13-year-old boy who was present during the attack, were allowed to leave without injury. 2 of the deceased are said to have been visiting from outside the parish. Head of the Constabulary's Corporate Communications Unit, Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay, told Nationwide News that 3 armed men gained access to the premises by cutting through a grill. The senior crime fighter told our news center investigators are still trying to establish a motive for the gruesome attack.
Sometime after 2, explosions were heard and the police were alerted. When they went there, they confirmed that they had a scene. They are now trying to ascertain what was the motivation behind the shooting. They are just trying to get bits and pieces of information together. And my last conversation with him, it is appearing to be very domestic in nature.
Neighbors have so far reported to investigators that the deceased family were quiet individuals.
They are trying to gather bits and pieces, looking at the scene to see if it can tell a story. We don't know what was happening here. The neighbors say they don't know much about this. So they live, but it's a family that is like a private family. They're very quiet, so not much is known about their daily lifestyle, etc., by the immediate neighbors.
SSP Lindsay says investigations so far revealed the dogs on the premises appeared to have been drugged.
One of the strange things that we're trying to do, the yard has a lot of dogs, but it would appear that something is happening with the dogs because they all appear sedated. They're not dead. It's about 10 or so dogs. They appear to be dead, but when they check them, they are still breathing. So I think something is happening with them.
So they may have done something to the dogs so that they would not attack whoever it is who came there this morning.
Yes.
Mahiri Stewart for Nationwide News.
Thanks, Mahiri. Meanwhile, the Member of Parliament for North East St. Catherine, Corinthia Morrison, has condemned the brutal quadruple murder. Speaking on Cliff Hughes Online on Tuesday, Ms. Morrison says the family of farmers had been living in Riversdale for over 30 years.
Here we have a family living here for some time, at least for quite a while, at least from the early 90s. Not a family that interacts much. They do their business. I'm hearing that they have a farm, livestock, even those who work on the farm, they're not even from the constituency. So the residents, many of them, may not have had for the most part, a very intimate relationship. They know the children.
But they've been in the community for more than 30 years.
For more than 30 years, yes.
Ms. Morrison says that the children in the house at the time of the attack were not harmed. The youngest of the children, a 6-month-old, was reportedly placed in a stroller and sent from the house with older siblings.
What the residents are saying is that the gunmen, there were 5 children in the house, and one of the children, the youngest, being approximately 6 months old, and that the gunmen put the baby in the stroller with the feeding, with wipes, diaper, told the children to take up their clothes and put them out of the house.
Currenzia Morrison, Member of Parliament for North East St. Catherine. To the courts now, the convicted leader of the Wandon Klansman gang, Andre Blackman Bryan, has declared in open court that there's only one Don and one teacher. The convicted gangster appeared to have been referring to himself. He made the declaration while addressing his sentencing hearing in the Home Circuit Court in downtown Kingston Tuesday morning.
It's the Dan talking, one Dan, and there's no other Dan, any other Dan a carrying Dan. It's the teacher talking, one teacher. God alone is the teacher. God is the Dan. I don't know no Jesus. I just know common sense. I never went to no Ford, no Oxford. I am not an ox. I never went to no Ford for any water, any knowledge. But I am a well. One is a well-being. One well and know. All of this, just an experience. It's not real. Like the clock, you ask someone time, them tell you 10 past 11, no aware, and numbers, them are telling you, just a representation.
Bryan is representing himself at the plea and mitigation phase of the trial after refusing legal advice from his attorney Lloyd McFarlane. Bryan told the Chief Justice that his co-convicts were under influence and should have been pardoned.
All these accused, they've been around me, yes, but they don't know. They only see what the eyes see. No one knows. The truth must be told. And by precept, we come to understanding. I give orders, instruction. They were all under influence. Same to the witnesses. We get pardoned, and I know who pardoned them. By precept, all of them should have been pardoned, and you take me in account. That's all I have to say.
Andre Blackman Bryan, the convicted leader of the Wandon Klansman gang. And the attorney representing the sole female convict in the trial, Alexander Shaw, says his client has struggled with her Christian calling and her membership in the criminal organization. He made the comment while pleading with Chief Justice Bryan Sykes to hand her a lenient sentence. During the sentencing hearing on Monday, Shaw submitted that his client is redeemable. Shalois Smeichel has that story.
Alexander Shaw told the Chief Justice that Stephanie Cole Christie, who is otherwise called Mama, has had a constant struggle between God and criminality.
There was a constant struggle because though she was always at church, my lord, she found herself a part of what I deem a negative social group. And so how do we reconcile that at this point? My lord, everyone has a struggle, and unfortunately hers is one that caused her to be here.
The attorney noted that his client is suffering from what he describes as a demon of shame and humiliation. Shaw appealed to Chief Justice Bryan Sykes for a lenient sentence for Mama. The attorney told the court Cole Christie has expressed suicidal thoughts, having been shunned by her husband. Shaw is asking for a 9-year sentence for his client. Cole Christie has been in lockup for over 4 years. According to Shaw, Cole Christie has been trying to lead a life while incarcerated.
It's that, is subject to salacious reporting that I've seen at points where Miss Christie is concerned in this matter. But here, my lord, she talked about, or she expressed wanting to go back home so that she can lead a better life, as she has been trying her very best from inside the walls of the remand center to do better, my lord. So looking at the aggravating factors, my lord, I would urge your lordship to perhaps add 2 years for that. So to take us to 9 years.
Police reports indicate that Cole Christie has 5 previous convictions, including obtaining money under false pretense and forgery. Shaw asked Judge Sykes not to see it as a graduation of offenses, to her being a part of a gang. Cole Christie was found guilty of being part of a criminal organization in March this year. Shalois Michael for Nationwide News.
And the